Recently, I read a study that was done about the grace of God. They asked 5,000 Christians to provide synonyms for God's grace. Some of the top answers were that God's grace is forgiveness, love, or a free gift. While these are all true, there's a word about God's grace that was only identified by less than 2% of the people that participated in this study. This word is empowerment. Now, when we think of God's grace, we often don't think of power, but today I'm hopefully going to change the way that you think about God's grace. 2 Corinthians says, "Each time he said, 'My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So now I am glad to boast about my weaknesses so that the power of Christ can work through me.'" What Paul is saying right here is that God's grace is most effective in our weakness. Also meaning that God's grace is able to empower us in the times that we aren't good enough or can't measure up. It is only through the grace of God that we can do the things that we were not able to before. God's grace is like this. Imagine that you're a musician and you're getting ready for a show. You've practiced and prepared for this moment to come, but right before the show, your manager comes up to you and says, "You better play every note perfectly for tonight's show. If you even play one note wrong, you will be fired and your career will be over." If you heard this, you would crumble under the pressure of perfection. But instead, what would happen if your manager came up to you and said, "I want you to go out and do your absolute best. You'll play wrong notes, you'll miss the timing of those chords, but no matter what, we're all still gonna be right here for you." Knowing that God gives me grace empowers me to be able to make mistakes. When we make mistakes, it's an even greater reflection of just how deep His grace is for us, because His power is made perfect in our weakness. Be empowered today knowing that you have the grace of God on your life.